I think you need to move a little bit closer here. Hi guys! Hi everyone! Hope everyone is doing well in quarantine. Today we wanted to talk to you about the top 10 stocks
to buy, recession proof.
Yes!
We're gonna start off with, we ain't gonna hold back, we're just gonna go straight into it. Number one, Apple. Right now it's selling for $284 a stock, and its highs before this whole thing hit was $327 a stock. Apple has a lot of cash. Warren Buffett owns more than 10%, I think, of Apple in his portfolio. We own
less than 10%.
Definitely less than 10%. Actually, I think the most we own is Tesla. It's just like 20% of our portfolio. I mean, 15% of our portfolio. But anyway, Apple, right now, so I'm talking about Apple right now because they just announced that they have a new phone for about like $300.
iPhone 12, everybody.
No, it's called the iPhone SE.
Oh, never mind.
I think it's called that. But anyway, yeah, it's like
Well, what
12th
happened to
generation.
12?
I don't know, I think it's coming out with the 12. But it doesn't matter because I'm more excited about this $300 phone, the SE, because this is their way of breaking into the Indian market and part of Chinese market. Right now, some people may know that India has an Apple store that's just opened. People in India want to buy an iPhone because there's just a lot more Android alternatives that are cheaper. But one good way of expanding, because, well, in America, we started buying Apple phones when phones were a little cheaper. Smartphones were cheaper back then, around the $300 range. Now, everything's gotten way more expensive. Samsung has become like copying everything iPhone has been doing. So I think Apple has the right strategy into making it cheaper. And I think that will increase their revenue over the long run. Even in places like in South America, that could be pretty good for them too. All right, so the next stock that we're gonna talk about is Gilead Science. It's now selling around $74 a share, and its highs before this whole thing hit was 85. So what do you gotta say?
Well, I think biotechnology field in general is emerging, and we're gonna see more and more investments into that field. So we did some research and saw top 10 biotechnology companies that are growing right now, and Gilead Sciences is one of them. They also participated in the coronavirus relief efforts, I guess, by giving out, what did they give out? The vaccine research, like they did something.
Yeah. So anyway,
sorry, lack of research. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's a good stock. So any of these companies. So I think Gilead is going to be a good company, regardless of which one that you pick, which biotechnology, because more people are going to be more involved in biotechnology, especially now that this whole thing hit. I think more people are going to be more aware of these kind of things, and that's just what I think. Speculating here. So number 3, Nintendo. So Nintendo is selling right now for $54, and it's going to, it's in its highs before this whole thing hit at 58. And if you take a look, it's actually pretty crazy how fast this company just went right back up. This is literally like the V shape. But I think it's because Nintendo had come out with some pretty popular games that just released. And I think this is, since everybody's at home, I think everybody wants something to distract themselves with, and I think this is a good way for Nintendo to grow, because I think, now that people have been buying Nintendo products, they are going to continue to buy Nintendo products. And now that they're in the ecosystem of Nintendo, I think they're just going to continue being in it. Okay, so I think it'll grow, but I'm waiting for a good time to buy, and I think it might have been too late. For us. Anyway, number 4 is
Zoom Technologies.
It's selling around for $151 a share, and its highest before this was, its highest during this was $164 per share.
That's correct. So we bought Zoom when the stock was around $135 per share, and the reason we picked it was because of work from home policies everywhere. A lot of people were using it. Everybody uses a Zoom, everywhere and around the world. We did see some growth in it as well since then. How long this will continue, we don't know. but for now it could be a good potential stock to buy.
Yeah, could be a good. Yeah, I mean it's a growth company. We actually sold out of it because I don't believe in it. So I mean you can still buy it. I don't believe in this company, but this is our number 4 choice. Number 5 is Home Depot, ticker symbol HD. They're selling for around now 198, and their highest before all this was 247. I feel, well, during the past recessions and anything alike sort of to this, what's happening right now, Home Depot has always been pretty good and still give out dividends, and it hasn't fallen too much since. And actually it grew like pretty quickly right now, and I think there's a lot of potential for it to keep growing. Since its high was 247, I think it'll definitely reach back up there in like a year or so. Maybe even sooner, depending on how all this goes. It's still open, so I think their earnings are still gonna be okay. I actually think their earnings are gonna be slightly the same. Maybe just a little lower, but not by that much, but we'll see. Something to take a look at. I can't wait for their earnings to come out. So number 6.
Tesla. Everybody knows Tesla and Elon Musk. Many people do follow him because of his vision. We do believe in Elon Musk as well, and think that Tesla potentially will be one of the biggest companies, especially the new ventures. So we'll see. But right now, we own a Tesla stock. We bought it when it was at the 450 mark.
Yeah.
Right now it's $729. So we did earn some money with that, and I think all-time high was $968.
So Tesla, it's a growth stock. It's gonna keep growing. But even though Elon Musk said it was overpriced at 968. The next one is kind of similar to Gilead Science. It's IBB, which is ETF. This is the only ETF on the list. Number 7, it was selling for around right now 115, and its highest was 123. And I think it's just gonna keep growing because everybody wants to get on this biotech stuff. So that's pretty much the same thing as Gilead Science. But if you don't believe in just Gilead Science and you want to go into just the broad, I think IBB is still good, and I think we are going to continue buying IBB. And also, Biogen is in it, and Warren Buffett has some stocks in IBB. Biogen, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Number 8, Disney. So this was selling around right now for 103. Highest was 153. Tell
Yes, Disney had their stocks gotten up because of Disney Plus. I think launch in last year. So we bought Disney, and Disney is a landmark. It's not going to go anywhere. It's too huge of the company, and becomes even bigger monopoly with all the companies that they have. So we believe in Disney and think that it's gonna keep growing.
Number 9. We talked about this in our other video, CCL, Carnival Cruise Line. If you want to hear more about that, click that right there. Or maybe here, not right here. I think it's right here.
Yeah.
So, click on that to learn more about Carnival Cruise Line and all the cruises. It's selling for around $12 at the time of recording this, and its highest was $72 before this whole thing hit. There's potential to make 3 times as much money, grow your money 3 times as much. So I'm just, taking a risk over here. Hopefully it'll pay my student loans, kind of thing. So anyway, want to learn more about that? Check out the video. Number 10, Visa, ticker symbol B. Visa is selling for around $165 right now. And its highest was $214 before this whole hit. And Visa has been growing since the beginning it started. So it's just going to continue as society moves cashless. If you believe that society is going to move more towards no paper money and more into credit cards or just cards in general, Visa is one of the biggest distributors internationally, has made deals with vendors everywhere to use Visa. There's also MasterCard. If you believe in MasterCard more, it's pretty much kind of the same thing as Visa. In terms of the stock, it's kind of the same too. But we believe in Visa. We talked about Visa. We talked about all the Visa cards that we have on our channel. We'll link that up there too if you want to know what credit cards that we use. So that is Visa. So good company, will continue growing as it has been in the past. And those are the top 10 stocks to buy that are possibly recession proof.
Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you guys. Peace. Bye.